Today I'm taking Bruno on a little road trip in the Polish countryside, back roads, because he loves being in a car and he doesn't really go anywhere else other than his place at home, his garden, simply because he's not leash trained and he's not very civilized. He's quite a wild countryside dog, but he loves the car and he loves going on a little journey just to see what's happening around, and you know, it's very, very exciting for him. He's been a very good boy recently, and yes, I decided at the end of the year to treat him to this little ride, because he deserves it. Oh, Nonek! Idziemy? Idziemy? Oh my god, oh my god. Jesus, okay, so he's just gonna be going backwards and forwards because he just gets so excited. He loves it, and he loves seeing the new world, just like we do as humans, love traveling and seeing the world. And as I said, it's impossible to take him on a leash, on a walk, anywhere civilized where there's other people and dogs, simply because we would be killed if we tried to do that. He would kill us. He would be so horrendous that it would just be impossible, absolutely impossible. So I'm just driving on these horrendous roads now, and I'm hoping I'm not going to get stuck in here to ask my friends to to you know, pick us up, pick the car out of the muddy hole. So yeah, Nonek, look where we are, Nonek. O, chodź, zobaczymy tu, chodź tu zobaczyć, co się działo. Zobaczymy. Chodź, patrz tu. Nonek, masz? No chodź. Oh, he's so sweet. No. He's so sweet. Yes, as you know probably from my book, Polish Girl in Pursuit of the English Dream, I did write about Brunonek, or Nonek as I call him, mentioned him in the last chapter, where he was an absolute rascal. He was a nightmare. He was stealing everything from the house. You know, when I came to visit my mama, he would steal my cosmetic bag and just literally run across the field, all the cosmetics scattered around. He would steal gloves, shoes, you know, pieces of wardrobe, my bras. He really loved bras for some reason, not just mine, my mama's too. So anything that's kind of movable, gloves, he loves gloves and hats. So he's been a bit of a bit of a nightmare, and at some point, as I said, my mama wanted to give him away, but luckily the vet said, oh wait, because he will come down and he will be the sweetest dog you can imagine. And it's true, now he is the sweetest dog. He's about 5, and yes, he's much different now, but as I said, we absolutely love taking him on a little wild country road ride. Nonek, idziemy? Idziemy! Tak. Yeah, for some reason he was never trained properly to be able to go on a leash for a little walk in a civilized place where there's people and dogs. So yeah, if we try to do that, we would end up in the mud ourselves, which is a shame. And also he does tend to jump a lot. He's not aggressive or scary. Well, he does look scary. Obviously it's a big dog, it's a German Shepherd dog, and some people may be scared of him. So when we have visitors, some of them are kind of reluctant to go in because he does jump a lot. He's wild. He just jumps as high as you are, and he tries to hump you. And when his best friend Rishu visits him, the first thing he does, he humps him at the gate as a welcome. And he steals his gloves and hats, and he ripped it to pieces many times. We had to buy it new again for him because of the risk management is important here with Bruno. Nanek. So he's still not obviously 100%, but he's so much better than he used to be. My mama used to cut the nets shorter and shorter all the time because he would pull them down and they would just be ripped to pieces. But now it's not a problem. My mum used to take the handles of the window off because he would open them, and he would open the window, and when the priest would come on like a yearly visit, which happens still in Poland, once she locked him in the veranda, and then he managed to open the window and chase after the priests and his helpers, and they were running away quickly behind the gate because they were scared that he was chasing them. So yeah, until even now the handles in that window in veranda are gone because we're scared he's gonna be constantly opening them. I mean, he's so clever, like he just does what he wants, and you also have to feed him with a spoon most of the time. So my mama cooks fresh food for him every day, or every other day. So he does tend to eat canned food sometimes, but only a special brand from a special supermarket because he doesn't like all of them. He's quite fussy. He loves fresh chicken legs. He loves chicken liver. He loves a bit of fish, and he absolutely loves cheese. I mean, I think he was a mouse in a previous life. Tak? Idziemy? Idziemy na wycieczkę? I think he was a mouse in previous life because he loves cheese more than sausages, and he loves sausages too. So he's definitely having good food, good life, and some fantastic. Oh, what was that? Idziemy na wycieczkę. So sometimes to get him going, he's very fussy. You have to start feeding him with a spoon, so he has a bit of a taster of the food, and then he keeps going. But sometimes you have to feed him the whole meal with a spoon because that's how he eats. We call him a Prince Bruno, and he does tend to behave like a human sometimes. If he could, he'd probably sit at the table with us and eat together with us. He also terrorizes us to give him a piece of meat or steak every time we have lunch or dinner. It's a bit of a nightmare. He just barks in our ears and terrorizes us with the noise, so that we eat quicker, and we give him pieces in between. I mean, he's completely untrained and uncivilized, but you know what, he's who he is, and we love him for who he is. He's the sweetest when he falls asleep at night and cuddles to his bears. So that's another thing. So he's never had a girlfriend, and he would love to have a girlfriend, but it was never possible for him, obviously, living in a deserted area. He was never able to find a girlfriend, but what he loves instead is lots of fluffy toys and teddies. So we tend to buy him some in like local charity shop, and my mama brings quite a few of them, and then he sometimes rips them to pieces. He's like a surgeon. He needs to find out everything that's inside, take it all out, and my mama has to put it back in, sew it together, and then the majority of them, they look like from a horror movie because they have no eyes, no ears, no tail. Everything that's kind of sticking out is gone, and then it's just like a blob left, like a horror movie teddy bear. But he's been better recently. He got about 10 teddies for Christmas, and he hasn't ripped any of them into pieces. Obviously I was keeping an eye on it and saying that he can't do it, nie wolno, nie wolno, saying that it hurts teddy bears, and I think he understood. I think it's quite amazing how much he can actually understand when we do talk to him, and we sometimes think it's scary actually that he may understand everything, he just can't talk. Jedziemy? So we're gonna continue with a little ride just around the muddy country roads, and then we're gonna do something else, hopefully. Have a little snack for being a good boy. Jedziemy jeść? Pójdziemy, Brunonek? Jedziemy na wycieczkę? A potem będziemy jedli i pojedziemy do mama. Do mama! God, he's completely consumed with the view that he's not used to, because as I said, the only view is from the house, and he loves sightseeing. Alright, then we'll speak to you soon. Have a lovely day, and kisses from me, Mama, and Bruno. Monek! Dziś masz, idziemy? Masz. Bruno. Kisses.